ProPublica, legally ProPublica, Inc., is a nonprofit organization based in New York City. It is a newsroom that aims to produce investigative journalism in the public interest. In 2010, it became the first online news source to win a Pulitzer Prize for a piece written by one of its journalists and published in the New York Times Magazine as well as on ProPublica.org. ProPublica states that its investigations are conducted by its staff of full-time investigative reporters, and the resulting stories are distributed to news partners for publication or broadcast. In some cases, reporters from both ProPublica and its partners work together on a story. ProPublica has partnered with more than 90 different news organizations, and it has won 5 Pulitzer Prizes. ProPublica was the brainchild of Herbert and Marion Sandler, the former chief executives of the Golden West Financial Corporation, who have committed $10 million a year to the project. The Sandlers hired Paul Steiger, former managing editor of the Wall Street Journal, to create and run the organization as editor-in-chief. At the time ProPublica was set up, Steiger responded to concerns about the role of the political views of the Sandlers, saying on the NewsHour with Jim Lehrer, "Coming into this, when I talked to Herb and Marion Sandler, one of my concerns was precisely this question of independence and nonpartisanship. My history has been doing down-the-middle reporting. And so when I talked to Herb and Marion I said, are you comfortable with that? They said, absolutely. I said, well, suppose we did an exposé of some of the left-leaning organizations that you have supported or that are friendly to what you've supported in the past. They said, no problem. And when we set up our organizational structure, the board of directors, on which I sit and which Herb is the chairman, does not know in advance what we're going to report on." ProPublica had an initial news staff of 28 reporters and editors, including Pulitzer Prize winners Charles Ornstein, Tracy Weber, Jeff Gerth, and Marcus Stern, but has since grown to 34 full-time working journalists. Steiger claimed that he received as many as 850 applications upon ProPublica's start. The organization also appointed a 12-member journalism advisory board consisting of professional journalists. The news group shares its work under the Creative Commons No Derivative, non-commercial license. On August 5, 2015, Yelp announced a partnership with the company to help improve their healthcare statistics. In June 2021, ProPublica revealed it received an anonymous leak of personal tax filings for thousands of the wealthiest Americans over multiple years, and published a long-form analysis of the 25 wealthiest individuals' filings and rates per year. IRS Commissioner Charles Rettig said that the IRS would investigate the leak of the tax data to ProPublica and that any violations of law would be prosecuted. While the Sandler Foundation provided ProPublica with significant financial support, it also has received funding from the Knight Foundation, MacArthur Foundation, Pew Charitable Trusts, Ford Foundation, the Carnegie Corporation, and the Atlantic Philanthropies. ProPublica and the Knight Foundation have various connections. For example, Paul Steiger, executive chairman of ProPublica, is a trustee of the Knight Foundation. In like manner, Alberto Ibargüen, the president and CEO of the Knight Foundation, is on the board of ProPublica. ProPublica has attracted attention for the salaries it pays its employees. In 2008, Paul Steiger, the editor of ProPublica, received a salary of $570,000. Steiger was formerly the managing editor at the Wall Street Journal, where his total compensation. Engelberg is a former New York Times editor who co-wrote the nonfiction book Germs, Biological Weapons and America's Secret War, with Times reporter Judith Miller. In 2010, ProPublica jointly won the Pulitzer Prize for investigative reporting for The Deadly Choices at Memorial, a story that chronicles the urgent life and death decisions made by one hospital's exhausted doctors when they were cut off by the floodwaters of Hurricane Katrina. It was written by ProPublica's Sherry Fink and published in the New York Times Magazine as well as on ProPublica.org. This was the first Pulitzer awarded to an online news source. The article also won the 2010 National Magazine Award for reporting. In 2011, ProPublica won its second Pulitzer Prize. Reporters Jesse Eisinger and Jake Bernstein won the Pulitzer Prize for national reporting for their series, The Wall Street Money Machine. This was the first time a Pulitzer was awarded to a group of stories not published in print. In 2016, ProPublica won its third Pulitzer Prize, this time for explanatory reporting, in collaboration with the Marshall Project for A Startling Examination and Exposé of Law Enforcement's Enduring Failures to Investigate Reports of Rape Properly and to Comprehend the Trauma